Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to go over my 2023 no spend and let you know how I did on it. Overall, I think I did pretty well. I did a no spend in certain categories and I'll go over each of those, what the items were that were on the no spend and what items were exceptions. The first category that I did was, obviously since I'm a planner channel person, was to not buy any planner items. That included planners, paper, washi, pens, markers, stickers, highlighters, anything in that category. I had plenty of pens, so there was no way that I was going to run out of pens. The exceptions to that were correcting tape or double-sided tape for me to do my spreads. I did very well in this category. In fact, the first purchase I made in 2023 for anything in the planner category was May 22nd. So I feel like I did really, really well. Now from May 22nd to the end of the year, yeah, I went a little bit crazy. Not too much in the beginning, but as, you know, the new planner season started towards the end, started getting, you know, some consumerism issues going on. So I'll address that in another video at some point. So I would say that I did really well in that category. The next category that I did was not to buy any bags of any sort. That included purses, tote bags, wallets, backpacks, and pouches. And I did really well. I did not buy a single bag. The first item that is in that category that I purchased myself was a wallet to match a purse that my husband's already given me for Christmas, and I wanted to take advantage of a sale. So I went through a whole year not buying any purses, backpacks, pocketbooks, any of that, and that's pretty good for me because that's one of my weaknesses. I'm on Kate Spade's list and Coach and Teddy Barker, all of those bag designers. Portland Leather Goods, that's where I got my new bag from my husband this year. So I don't think I did too terrible in that. In fact, I think I did really, really good. It was really difficult, especially since all of those companies kept sending me, you know, emails with specials and coupons and all that. So the fact that I was able to hold off, I think that was pretty good for me. So next category that I did on a no spend was for food delivery. In 2022 and 2021 both, you know, pandemic in 2021, so that's kind of acceptable. But in 2022, I just used it way too much to make things too easy. Part of that is just, you know, I was busy, but it was also just pure laziness, you know. I didn't want to get out of the house. I didn't want to, you know, go drive to a place, you know, close by or go to the grocery store or whatever. I would just rather somebody bring my stuff to me. So I did really well in that category too. We only did DoorDash 3 times in the last year. Once was on July 9th. We were on vacation and we were somewhere where we wanted to have a delivery. And then the second time that we did this was October 3rd, and that was when we purchased a meal for a friend of ours who was going through cancer treatment and wanted to have that delivered to her at her house. And then the third time was November 19th, when it was just one of those days where neither one of us felt like going anywhere, doing anything, and it was just much easier just to have the food delivered. So 3 times in 2023 was actually pretty good for us. Fourth category was for beauty products, and the stipulation I put on that is I had to use what I had until it was gone. That also ended up including some of the products that I might have originally bought and I used it and it didn't work or I didn't like it or whatever. I tried to use some of those. I couldn't bring myself to doing it most of the time. But with things like shampoo and conditioner, that sort of thing, I did really well on. I didn't have to worry about buying things and not using it, because I basically use the same brand of shampoo and conditioner all the time. So it worked out very well. The first time that I actually did any kind of purchase for something to replace was not until April. In other words, I had plenty of product, including, hair, makeup, body care, that I had so much product I didn't have to make any purchases until April. So that was pretty good. I feel very, very good about that particular category because I like to buy makeup as well. So I think that for someone like me, that was actually a pretty good thing. And then the final category that I got 100% on is buying subscriptions. And subscriptions could have been to anything, to an app, to a Patreon, to an online journal, to anything that would require subscription, streaming services, that type of thing. I did not purchase any new subscriptions of any kind. So mainly because I have a ton of subscriptions, especially in the streaming category, that I don't even look at. I don't even use. One of the things I'm going to be doing for next year is really examining that type of thing. Is it worth me having these subscriptions for these services? And can I do something different instead? So for me, getting no new subscriptions this year was actually pretty good. So overall, I think I did really well. Some things that I want to do differently in 2024, rather than have a 100% no buy in the planner category, I realized that even though I waited until May to purchase things, I realized how much I truly enjoyed shopping for planner supplies. So rather than me having a no spend, I'm planning to make it a category in my budget for planner supplies or planner related items. It's going to be a small budget. It's going to be maybe $20 a paycheck. I get paid twice a month. So, and it's something that if I see something I really want, I can save up for it and put that away. Kind of like a sinking fund. And I know some other people on here do that as a sinking fund. And I realized that I would probably do better if I had that as a sinking fund rather than as, a no way Jose kind of thing. Especially because there is a local stationery store that I want to support with my planner dollars, and I would like to be able to do it, maybe on a monthly basis of, go in and find something in their store that I really like, because I do like them a lot and I want them to stay around. So I want to do my part to support it. As far as anything else, I again, probably this year I'm not going to buy any more bags. I don't need them. I've got a closet full of ones that I don't need. I have enough to where I can change them out to where it feels like I'm carrying something different all the time. In fact, I'm going to unsubscribe from the emails from, like Kate Spade Coach, those people, because I don't need that in my face all the time, mainly because I just don't need to consume that. Food delivery, the same kind of thing. One of my intentions for 2024 is to cook more at home, so that's going to eliminate the need for getting any kind of food delivery. Now, there are going to be those exceptions where it's going to be a particularly rough, terrible day, or there will be some circumstances like illness or having a transportation issue. I don't foresee that one, but illness is always a possibility. But I'm not going to do it just because I don't feel like it. I'm gonna have a legitimate excuse if I'm going to use it at all. My intention, as I said, was to cook more at home, which means I'm going to need to plan meals more at home. So I think that it's going to be a win-win all the way around. It's going to really help my budget to plan out my meals and do it that way. My husband and I usually eat out at least a couple of times a week on the weekends. During the week, we work different shifts, so he meal preps his food, and I just kind of wing it. And that's where I get in trouble, not only from a financial standpoint, but from a health standpoint. I really need to start paying more attention to what I'm putting in my body. So I'm going to, my intention is to start doing proper meal planning and meal prepping on the weekend. Beauty products is going to be the same thing. I have plenty of stuff. I don't foresee me needing anything to purchase anything for quite a while. Now, that being said, if for some reason something happens to one of my essential items, like it leaks out, or I lose it, or something of that nature, I can replace those types of things. But I'm not just going to, shop and, buy a new lip color because I like it. I do pretty well with the colors that I have. So I just don't need to add any more to my repertoire. And definitely no more subscriptions. In fact, it's going to go the opposite way, to where I'm going to get rid of some. So that's pretty much it. Overall, I believe I did very well. I'm hoping that this next year, it's going to be looked more as a low buy and not a no buy. Sometimes using the word no is so constricting that it just doesn't feel good to say that. Even though I accomplished some great things in this realm, I just don't like the way that feels. So, having a little bit of money for myself to do what I want to do with, and having that as part of the budget, for me makes all the difference in the world. I already do that to a certain degree for things like a nail appointment or a hair salon appointment, that type of thing. So I feel like if I can do it in the area of planner supplies and that genre of things, I think that I will appreciate that a lot more. I think that's it for this one. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed already, I would appreciate it if you would. I'd like to try to increase the subscribers on this channel, and it's free. It's not one of those kind of subscriptions you pay for. If you would click the notification bell, that way you'll know when I upload new content. And if you would hit the like button so that the algorithm can help bring some more traffic onto my page, I would appreciate it very much. I hope you all are having a great holiday, and I will see you in the new year. Take care.